Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. This is part 3 of presentation by myself, Brahmadesham Narsimhaiyer Venkataraman on InflaPro and systematic withdrawal plan. This presentation will be useful to some finance advisors, finance services, startup or entrepreneur of banking, non-banking finance companies, mutual fund, insurance companies looking for innovative method of giving inflation protection to customers without any extra interest burden for the company. The purpose of my video is to give a presentation of an alternative method to conventional schemes with inflation protection year over year, and also to prove by means of popular specific functions that the internal rate of return is not altered. In the previous video, the conventional InflaPro schemes of easy examples were discussed and shown that the corresponding schemes in both have exactly identical interest burden. The first example considered was investment of rupees 1 lakh, rate of return of 10% per annum every year for a term of 12 years with 100% return of principal at the end of 12th year. Outcome: conventional scheme was flat 10% a year and yield was 10%. In InflaPro case, the return systematic withdrawal plan varied from 7.6% to 14.4% year 1 to year 12 with systematic inflation protection of 6%. Yield is at 10.667%. The other case considered was systematic withdrawal plan with investment of rupees 1 crore for a period of 10 years with withdrawal of 7.5% per annum per month, that is 62,500 per month, and also with a growth rate of 240% at the end of period, that is rupees 2 crore 40 lakhs. The internal rate of return worked out to be 13.989%. For this 3 decimal accuracy figure, the monthly systematic withdrawal plan works out to be 62,499.58 per month. The alternative InflaPro scheme of systematic withdrawal plan with the same set of data with the same IRR of 13.989% and with inflation protection of 6% per annum per month, the return started with 5.88% to 10.64% as against 7.5% flat. Yield in conventional rate was 21.5% and in InflaPro case it was 22.03%. In the previous sessions, I presented the narration of creating Google Sheet in the first example and posted the screenshot of Google Sheet for conventional as well as InflaPro. The narration of second example is to be posted in this session. The Google Sheet calculation is to show that the IRR is the same in both cases, and hence there is no extra burden to the financing company. Before proceeding with that, let me reply to a comment from a friend who has reflected the sentiments of almost 99% of my contacts. The remaining 1% are so busy that they do not have time to lend an ear to me. On my request for feedback, the comment from one of my classmates, Sri Rangarajan, was, Rangarajan, I have very little knowledge on investment related matters. Please ask someone who is doing mutual fund investment, day-to-day trading, etc. for feedback. My answer is, okay, fine. I beg to state that my presentation gives innovative information to anybody investing in fixed deposit and other instruments, pensioners, both government and private, pension plan like insurance companies, apart from mutual fund and stock market. Thanks. Please remember that even though systematic withdrawal plan is called word associated with mutual fund, FD with dividend option, pension, loan, etc., which I will discuss later, are also of systematic withdrawal plan only. And the beauty of systematic withdrawal plan is that no mutual fund asset management company is having such a scheme explicitly. Only brokers and finance service companies offer it. Many brokers or finance service companies have a team of financial advisors, and there are some independent financial advisors, mostly chartered accountants also. The inflation percent for the last 70 years in India is of the order of 10%. The government income tax department figure for the last 21 years since 2001-2002 on inflation is only 5.62%. The common man, that is in retail, is experiencing 6% inflation in food items alone during this period. Therefore, I considered only 6% inflation protection in my previous examples. In such a scenario, with less than 10% internal rate of return, one is losing the value of money in investments like bank FD, recurrent deposit, insurance, etc. Only investments in mutual fund, share market are viable options. Some company FDs provide over 10%, but is of generally short term for 3 years. For investing in mutual fund, share market, that too for systematic withdrawal plan in particular, one has to consult financial advisor, broker, finance service companies, and that is a must. On the contrary, here is an idea how you can take risk and invest in mutual fund, share market, fixed deposit, bonds, etc. on your own. Invest in mutual funds and others, mostly in growth schemes and some in dividend options. And systematic withdrawal, that is redeem periodically by yourself to effect systematic withdrawal plan. The systematic withdrawal plan should be approximately 7.5% of an aggregate, allowing the remaining fund to go with the fund. There are plenty of mutual fund schemes which in the past experience had over 20% internal rate of return in long term and quite promising too. Regarding charges, commission to financial advisors, broker finance services, the financial advisors fee varies from rupees 500 per month to some 3,500 rupees per month. This is apart from the brokerage on regular schemes. If you want to take direct online schemes, you have to master these jargons such as dividend option, growth option, regular scheme, direct schemes, NAV, fund value, market options, etc. The brokerage commission for mutual fund investment is after 1% per annum on your fund value, irrespective of you gain or lose. In share market, it is lower than 0.6%, that is 60 paisa per thousand on every transaction. The finance charges in a regular scheme for 10 years, the kind of rupees 1 crore investment in example 2, the brokerage commission will be of the order of rupees 16 lakhs for total term. That is, your profit will be eroded to that extent without your knowledge as a standard practice, still leaving you with around return around 14%. On the other hand, when you invest directly, you save this much of amount. Tax planning is another problem when you invest directly without broker but with or without financial advisors. The funniest part is that there is no guarantee about the return. At the most, the finance advisor can assure you of 7.5% per annum return and the growth build up at your risk by showing past performance. It is time up to end the session, postponing the narration of Google Sheets. However, the screenshots are reproduced in following pages. Let us discuss more about this in next publication. In short, you should be careful about the formula. Formula in cell E7 is fixed of IRR within bracket data range D2 to D122 bracket close multiplied by 100 comma 3 and percentage per month. IRR is nothing but internal rate of return. Formula E9 is same sort of formula, fixed of IRR within range D2 to D122 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 100 comma 3, and this is percentage per month, per annum per month. Let us discuss more about this in next publication. This is Google Sheet for InflaPro scheme of the example 2. The description box contains also the link for PDF of these pages so that one can watch the figures leisurely and with more clarity. Thanks for watching. If you like this presentation, please comment, subscribe, share.